Hello everyone, this is Mingjong. Welcome to today's market analysis for the S&P 500 E-minutes futures. That's for the session of 2nd of July. So in this video, I am going to show you the market recap on the last session, plus a trade review that happened in the entry time frame, which I will cover the entry, exits, and the rationale behind. And that trade actually happened about 2 hours before the US opening, and it was based on a spring type action setup for the long entry. All right, so going forward, I will cover the bias, key levels, and also potential setup for the session later. So let's just get started. As we can see in this daily chart for the S&P 500, yesterday was another bullish day. I think in terms of the volatility, we're getting very less volatile compared to somewhere around this region when it's consolidating. Let me grab my pen out. Okay, so this is a bit more volatile, and subsequently, I think from here on we kind of like settle with a low volatility. I think it's more obvious if I turn into the H1 time frame. But before I go into H1, just a few more things in this daily chart. So a few things that stands out to me is the volume is still decent, but one thing which I find it a bit concern is the thrust. The upward thrust is a bit shortened. So this is the upward thrust here. So it's a bit shortened, but so far we didn't see really excessive supply to kick in and to start a very scary reaction. So overall, I'm still bullish. All right, so let me get to H1 time frame, and we can have a better view here. So you can see that I have already marked up my trade review, which I will elaborate a bit more in the M3 time frame. But first, let me get to the volatility first. So if I zoom out here, you probably can see a bit clearer. Just judging by the candle itself, you can see that for this kind of the movement, this kind of movement here is a lot more volatile, and compare it to somewhere around here, here, or even on the way up as well, like from here to here and to here as well. So you can see that definitely the volatility, whether it's to the upside or to the downside, is a bit low, or I consider it's quite normal compared to somewhere around this trading range here, or even on the way down here. So I think this is a pretty good thing while we going up here within this uptrending channel, something like this. All right, let me get to the trade review. That trade actually happened just I think about 7 p.m. my time here. So it's roughly about 2.5 hours before the US opening session. Okay, so let's scroll back a little bit here. Okay, so if you recorded my video yesterday, I do talk about a potential long scenario, and especially I mentioned a test of the last hour bar. Let me get to the H1 time frame again. Sorry about that. So this is the the last hour bar that I talked about on yesterday video. So what I would like to see is actually a test of this bar and followed by a reversal up. So I think on my video yesterday, we have already seen this kind of the shallow test, and subsequently another deeper test happened here. That's about at 7 p.m. my time here. So if you zoom in a little bit here, you can see that it's kind of like a spring type action. So this is the hammer candle that I enter. Sorry, not. Yeah. I think this is the hammer candle there here. So this is where you actually have a dip below this the low of the last hour bar, and very quickly it just close above and close at a high here. So this is quite a bullish character candle, like a hammer type candle, and subsequently I just enter based on some kind of the confirmation. Okay. All right, let me drag to the M3 time frame again. Okay, so you can see that I have already marked up my trade here. This line, the blue line here, is actually the low of the last hour candle from the previous day. And you can see that we have a reaction leg down here. This is the reaction and tested the prior last hour bar, but when it actually approached the low of the last hour bar, which I annotated in this blue line here, you can see that. So this is the last hour bar. Maybe let me mark this up. Okay, last hour bar here, and this is a test, reaction test of this bar here. Okay, so basically if you zoom in a bit, you can notice that when we actually dip below this blue line, we see that the volume pickup. That means quite some people actually look for a breakdown trade, and I think that actually also coincide with this little swing low here. So this is the prior swing low, coincides with that low of the last hour bar. And when it actually break below, you can see that we have a volume spike here. So that means that some people maybe long here, right? Maybe if you long here, maybe place stop loss just underneath this bearish bar here, then you probably get stop out. And some of the breakout trader you want to trade the breakdown and actually enter the short position here, and eventually they will get stopped out probably in this bar, the bullish bar. So there are quite a few of the interaction there. We see that the breakout trader initiated short positions, and we see that the early long positions get stopped out, and that's why you see this kind of the volume pickup. So my entry wasn't immediately just at this reversal bar, because it's kind of like this is a test when it actually dipped below. So what I want to see is actually some kind of the change. Okay, so the first change that I noticed is definitely this bar here, because we didn't really see full commitment below. You can see that we have a demand tail here. So some kind of a demand was in here. And if you compare these two bar, this bar here and the previous bar, you can see that although we have a lot of the volume pickup, but in terms of the spread and the close, it's not as bearish as the previous bar. So definitely there was some kind of the demand was in here. So what I want to see is actually some kind of the confirmation. Otherwise, it could be just doing like something like this, going down and then up, impulsive down, corrective up, impulsive down, corrective up, something like that. So I just want to wait for the confirmation. So here comes the confirmation. So we have a up wave, and then followed by a horizontal consolidation or reaction. So in the previous downtrend here, in down channel, you can see that all the reaction is like kind of like going down, going down, going down, going down. And this is the first time that we see this kind of the reaction, which is a horizontal consolidation without like going down again. Because previously my thought was actually to wait for another test. Get this, okay? So going up and then going down again, maybe wait for another test to test of this reaction, and then followed by a reversal up. But it actually didn't happen. So which is a good thing. I think it's a lot more stronger than what I thought. And hence, I just enter it here, where I actually circle in this golden circle here. So why here? So because first, this is another change which I talk about is a horizontal consolidation instead of going down again. So first change is this demand. Second change is this bullish character with the horizontal consolidation. And the third change is definitely this bar. So definitely this is a breakout bar. And that's why I just enter when you actually break out from this consolidation small range here. And you can see that if we take this little structure, well, I mean, this is considered as a little structure here, then that is a breakout as well. So I think this is quite a nice entry based on a spring type action. All right, so my exit, the first exit that I had was definitely at this swing high here. So you can see that highlighted here. This is my first entry because I think it's very logical, just exit at the swing high and with decent reward to risk ratio. And the second entry, the second exit was actually happened here. Why there? It's very simple. If I zoom out a bit, then you can notice why. Okay, you can see that this is actually the previous day high. So I actually mark up with this golden line here. So this is the previous, you can call it swing high or previous day high. So I think it's another logical location to close my trade. So I think overall this is quite a nice trade with about 3.2 to 2 point something, 2.2 around there. So scale out with 2 exits. All right, so I think this is the only trade that I had for yesterday. During the US session, I didn't really see opportunities to go into the trade, and you can see that is pretty tight range here. Like this is the low, and I think that's the high here. So they close at a high. So the range is relatively narrow. Don't really see good setup there. So no trade during the US session. All right. So let me get down to the H1 time frame to talk about what's happening right now. Okay. Okay. I think so far you can see that we are still pretty much within this up wave here. This is a uptrend that we are still in, and so far nothing very threatening. Every time we goes up, first time we have a bit of the reaction down, goes up again, kind of like the horizontal reaction, and then yesterday it goes up again with another horizontal type of the reaction. Currently, during the Asian London session, we see that it's kind of like moving up slowly, and we have something like going up. Maybe in the US session, we'll see this kind of a movement. Not sure. We'll see later. But the immediate target that I'm looking at is definitely the swing high. So this is the swing high location 3140, or this swing high there is about 3160. So the target has not changed for the past few days as well. And if we can just have a strong breakout, maybe we can just see a test of this swing high at 3230. So that's the previous swing high that we had there. Okay. And for the immediate resistance and support level, I'm actually looking at, well, because we didn't really have a significant level at the moment. So far I'm still sticking to I think 3100. That is a decent level. But apart from that, yesterday range could become a level. So anything within here from maybe 3090 to around 3110. So that could become some levels to watch. But it really is not a big level. And we can see that 3050 could be another level to watch because kind of like a axis line here, 3050. For immediate resistance level, definitely we see that there's a swing high there. So 3040 to 3060 is definitely the immediate resistance level, and 60 as well. So for the setup, for the later session. I think we probably can still rely on the localized structure because I think the level probably wasn't that strong. So maybe we should rely on this kind of the maybe the upsloping structure, something like that, or maybe the horizontal type. But anyway, it's still around 3090 to 31, well, maybe 3120, somewhere around there. So any interaction could be good for a long entry, maybe a pullback followed by a reversal with a continuation to the upside. So far I still stick to my bullish bias for day trading, and for long term, definitely we're still going up with my anticipation to going to test the swing high there, maybe here, and then keep going up to test the 3220. All right, so I think this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Later we have some kind of the big news. Definitely watch out for price action. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video and get something useful out from the video, just click like and also hover to my name or picture to follow me. And do remember to subscribe to my video channel so that you get instant notification of my future video ideas. All right, thanks for watching. If you have any kind of the suggestion, comments, or trade ideas you would like to share with me, feel free to comment it below. I will definitely reply to you. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.